But this is about two boys that they are ages 8 and 10. 8 and 10. Okay? Just saying. So they were troublemakers like you wouldn't believe. Like they were really, really, really bad. And the parents didn't know what to do. They tried many different therapies and methods, and they bought books on the internet. Nothing worked with these two kids. They wouldn't stop. They will break things. They will steal. They will lie. All kind of trouble. Okay? So they decided to go talk to the rabbi. I said, maybe the rabbi will help. Right? So they go to synagogue, talk to the rabbi, and said, Rabbi, will you talk to our kids to see if they improve their behavior? And the rabbi said, okay, I'll do that. But the condition is I want to talk to them one at a time. Okay? One at a time. Okay. So the rabbi decided he was going to start with the youngest one, the one that was 8 years old. And the other one went with his parents home. Then they will switch after. So the rabbi invited the little boy to his office. The rabbi took a seat, right? The boy sat in front of the rabbi. The rabbi looked at him and said, "Where is God?" The boy didn't say anything. The rabbi, trying to chat. He said, "Where is God?" Nothing. He said, "Where is God?" And the kid doesn't answer. He jumped out of the chair, runs home, all the way home by himself, up the stairs to his brother's bedroom, and said, "Dude, we're in trouble. God is missing, and they think we did it." They say, "What are you talking about? That's not a joke. That's what we do all the time." Okay, I want to talk to you today about not so fast, not so fast. And the name of this week's parsha is Beha'alotcha. And I mentioned at the beginning, I think you weren't here, I mentioned at the beginning that this parsha, this Torah portion, starts with a very uplifting beginning, talking about the menorah and the lights and the priest and the Levites and the shofar. It's a beautiful thing, okay? And it ends with a very upsetting ending. You know why? Because it ends, number one, with complaints against the manna. You know what the manna was? Yeah. This food, right, that they were eating all with the same thing, right? How would you feel if you have to eat every day the same thing? Well, that's exactly what happened. They complained to God and said, or to Moses, said, "Enough with the manna. We want to eat meat." Well, let me tell you, God didn't like that attitude. And, instead of being grateful for the manna, they were complaining because they didn't have to work for the manna. It was falling from heaven, right? And instead of being grateful, they were complaining, "No, we don't want manna anymore. Now, God, if you're God, we want meat," right? That's one of the things. Then, even worse, Moses, actually Aaron, Moses' brother, and Miriam, Moses' sister, they gossip. You know what? Remember the story? The gossip of the two about Moses' new wife, that she was from Ethiopia, right? What is the color of the skin of people from Ethiopia? It's black. And they start gossiping. I said, "Moses, no, he married a woman from Ethiopia." God didn't like that. And God sent immediately a terrible illness. It's called Tzara'at. Some people, it's a skin condition to Miriam for what she said, because she was racist, right? So you see all bad things that are happening at the end. And also, next week Parsha, we are going to read about the spies that they went to visit the land of Israel. And when they come back, they say, "It's impossible, we can't go there, we should go back to Egypt." And then after that, we have the revolt of Korach. Somebody said, "Moses, enough with you, we want a different leader." What went wrong from this beautiful beginning of the Parsha into this terrible, upsetting, sad ending, and then the next couple of Parshiot that they are very depressing? What went wrong? And I found an explanation. It's coming from a verse that we read today. And listen to this verse. It says, "Vayiseu mehar Adonai." Va'iseu me'ar Adonai. Let's see if we can understand. Va'iseu, they traveled away, okay? Me'ar Adonai. They travel away from the mountain of God. Which one is the mountain of God? Har Sinai. They said that they travel away for 3 days away from there. And then Rashi, one rabbi who make comments to the whole Torah, he said something very interesting. Because Rashi tried to understand the emotions and the mindset of the people of Israel when they went away from the Har Adonai, from the mountain of God. Listen what Rashi said, because this is what reminds me of all of you guys. I hope I'm wrong. But Rashi says, Ketinok haboreach mi beit hasefer. He said, like a child running away from school. They left Har Sinai like a child running away from school. Okay, let me tell you. I will see it again. I want to be closer to you, and I will ask you a question. Next week, you're done with school, right? Are you happy about it? Yeah. You see, you probably can't wait to left school behind and go do other things, right? Yeah. Well, it looks like this is exactly what the people of Israel felt when they left Mount Sinai. It said, bye-bye, Mount Sinai. We don't want the Torah. We don't want everything that we got there anymore. We want to live our lives our way. And what happened when they had that attitude? They had all these bad things, bad decisions that they made because they were not grateful of everything they learned at Har Sinai. So the question is, are you grateful for everything you learned at school? I know sometimes you go home after school probably, and I said, I don't want to go there anymore. I had enough. But that's okay. That's okay. As far as you remember, to be grateful for everything that you get at school. All the beautiful things that you get at school. You're learning values, right? You're learning Torah. And on top of that, you probably are learning math and English and French and Hebrew. That's good, right? But you're learning wonderful things. So it is okay to take a distance. I saw you, Gabriela. That was funny. It's a way to take a distance, but physical distance, not the distance as to say, I don't need this. I don't want this anymore because I already know everything, which is not true. You don't know everything. There are always things that you can learn, and school provides you that. That's why Rashi said, Ketinok haboreach mi beit hasefer. You know what a tinok is? It's a baby. A baby doesn't understand much, right? So the baby doesn't understand how important school is for him or for her. So the thing is, I hope you can understand how important an education is. Because in the Torah, when the people of Israel forgot or didn't want to have anything to do with education, with instruction, with values, they made mistakes. Mistakes that cost them another 40 years in the desert before entering to the land of Israel until they learned the lesson. Hopefully you will learn the lesson way faster than that and realize that it's great to have a summer break, but it's great eventually to go back to school to learn wonderful things. Okay? So that was my message for you. I hope at least you learned, at least you like the joke. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.